104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wife! I am a wife!
You've waited long enough.
How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Well, good morning, Houston, Texas.
morning.
Oh, should I go? Good morning, Houston, Texas. It is Thursday. It's January the 18th of 2024, and it's 6:01 a.m. with the gang. Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam.
yeah.
Today is the first day you can win some cash.
Yeah.
We have the secret sound. Yeah, we're going to explain all that. The secret sound starts at 7
We are
o'clock.
going to do it. 3, 2. We got to whisper it.
Couldn't we do it like right out of the box and play the sound? Can't we?
We can play the sound what it's going to be.
We can play it, but it doesn't mean you can.
You can't call in.
Right.
now.
Okay, I'll do it in this. I'll do it right when we kick off the scoop.
Sure, you can do
Yeah.
it right now.
We
if
can
you
do it
want.
right now.
Should we do it right now?
Yeah, if somebody
Okay, so wait, let me tell the
got
6
up
o'clockers.
to hear this show at 6 in the morning. Let's give them a
Let me
little
tell the 6 o'clockers
heads
how
up.
it's shaken down. So Monday through Friday, although today's Thursday, it's our first day starting at 7 to 7 is the window where we are going to be playing this secret sound. If you can identify the secret sound when it's time to be caller 104, we give you a shot at it. And if you are correct, you win $104 right out of the gate. If you are incorrect, we wait till the next time the sound's going to play, and then we add another $104 to the pot. Every time somebody calls in to guess that sound and they are incorrect, another $104 gets added to the pot. So you could end up winning, I mean, I don't know, thousands of dollars depending on how long this sound goes.
So someone gets it.
Right? So caller 104 is who we're looking for when we tell you it's time to call, because we are allowed to play the sound effect for you whenever we want. But there's only 5 times a day that it's actually going to count for you to call us and guess it. And how do you figure out what the times are? Well, if you signed up to be a KRBE Insider or VIP, you're getting the emails with the exact times it's happening.
You already know.
That's right.
I got mine yesterday.
Maybe we'll give you a hint.
You got a leg up there.
So y'all want to hear the sound? Let's hear the sound.
Remember, we can't say anything. We can't make
Say
comments.
nothing.
We just let's do it.
Okay. We're going to play that secret sound many more times. Can you figure it out? I mean, you almost don't want the person that's going to guess the first time to be right, because you're like, oh, okay, why? That's good. But now the next one's going to be $104. You kind of want it to build and like people get stumped.
Yeah.
And then you get like oh my God, I'm the 10th person to guess this. So secret sound starts at 7 o'clock. It goes 7 to 7. And we'll tell you when to call in to be the actual caller that we are looking for to guess the sound. Secret sound. Yay,
You know
secret
what's going to
sound.
happen every time we play a sound?
Somebody's going to call in.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got to tell you when to call in, okay?
You'll even hear a person say, "Cash in," or whatever he says.
Is that the sound effect?
Cash in.
Is that
Cash in.
how
Well,
the
they pay
announcer
this guy
sound?
big bucks to have that one of them. Now it's time to call in.
Yeah.
that guy.
No whammy.
Did you just sit in a closet all day smoking a cigarette? And, oh, it's my turn? All right.
No, he's vaping.
Oh, yeah, now
Cigarettes
they
are old.
vape.
Now it's time to call in.
Actually, isn't
The
it funny?
is their voice like that in real life?
That's what I'm wondering.
No.
Like, does this guy, when he comes home, hi, honey, I'm home. Let's make love. I mean,
my God.
Well,
It's
you know,
like the
does he
movie
talk
voice
like
guy.
that all the time?
Don LaFontaine, the movie voice guy, even Geico used him in
Oh,
the
yeah.
commercials. It was like, Sam wanted to walk her dog Misty, but there was a storm coming.
yeah. Well, he had that.
There was a Geico commercial. Remember this, Sam? There was
He
a
had that.
Geico commercial where there's a housewife sitting in her kitchen, and the man who was the movie man voice, his real life name was Don LaFontaine, and he was standing in her kitchen going, "She doesn't know what to make for dinner," and it's like all this dramatic
Like,
music.
Sam, do you remember? Okay,
Oh, weird.
he
No.
always,
I don't
he
think
She didn't know
always,
who the president was 10 years ago. How's she going to know
He
that?
always started all those movie
did.
trailers.
Shut up.
He always started those movie trailers like with a prepositional phrase. In a world without fear. In a time without,
Oh.
Yeah.
He always
Yeah.
did that. He had that kind of voice.
Yeah, he was good.
And you wonder if he went home. I'm home now, honey.
It was just, it
Can you
wasn't
get
until
me some
later in his
dinner?
career they actually showed his
Weird.
face, right?
yeah, I
He
mean,
did.
It wasn't like he hit it. It just, you're not
No,
going to see him in a
it's
movie
fine.
trailer.
Right.
Voiceover people, they get paid for their voice.
By the way, the lady that always calls me man baby, she called in the listener line.
Oh.
You got a tongue lashing?
I didn't.
Uh-oh.
Sam did.
Oh.
Oh.
She went off on 2 minutes and 24 seconds or something like that.
Whoa.
All right, I'll
like
get to that.
Solid.
I've been
like-
going through the listeners. There's a lot.
She was so angry at you. I'm like, oh, shoot, because you're waiting for her. I'm listening. I'm like, okay, here it comes. She's going to attack man baby.
Why was she mad? Was she mad because You want to tell me why she was
No
mad?
hints.
No,
Yeah, you
no,
can
no,
give
no.
This is not the secret sound.
Yeah.
You can give hints on this
When
one.
do we want to do the
secret
list
hate?
line?
Not so secret hate.
Listen at 6:40 for the secret hate.
I know at 8 o'clock we're going to play a bunch.
Oh,
You want to do
okay.
8 o'clock
God,
this
that's
morning?
Yeah,
long
Listener
time
lines?
from now.
Okay.
Yep.
It's almost like telling you need to see the principal today, or we need to have a conversation when you get home. Sam must wait till 8 o'clock to find out if you get
Yeah, this
arrested.
is stupid. I decided this was a good
2
idea.
whole hours.
You can play her.
Sam.
We have so
2
much. You can actually play her
hours.
next and
Okay.
scoop with your
Okay,
stuff.
okay. Let me get to that.
Because we have tons of stuff we haven't got.
I don't get why people have to be mean, but sure, let's
What's that
play
mean
it.
me? It just.
Sure, because it's not about
scolding.
you. It's not mean.
I feel like it's like scolding, like
We've all gotten it.
I don't need to be scolded by a stranger.
like a parent doing
They're
that.
not strangers. They're our listeners.
They're our employers.
She's a stranger to me.
They're the
I
reason
don't
we
know.
have a job. That's not
I
a stranger.
agree, but I don't know her personally. It'd be
Dude.
different if she was my boss.
Why don't you have her over?
After she yells at me, no, thank you.
She doesn't yell. That's just her voice.
Well,
Authoritative.
Castigating.
Well, think of it this way, Sam. I don't even know what she said. I don't even know what she said, but it was enough to move her for 2.5 minutes of her life to dedicate to your.
You should be impressed.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
You're that important to her.
thank you.
She's
That or she's got nothing better to do.
Or she dreams of me and wants to spend her life with me.
Oh, there's one. Oh, there's actually another one with the lady yelled at Kevin. We should play both of those ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You don't
let's
need to
let's play somebody
I
else
forgot about
as
that.
well.
That was yesterday too. I'm like, man, people
Boom,
are yelling at
outside.
Kev, that
No
will make
piling
me
on.
feel so much better.
She ended it with "I love you, Kevin."
Does mine,
Oh,
does
great.
mine end it with
That's
"They
like
love
when you
me"?
say, that's like, not for nothing. No offense.
It
The
is-
backhanded
I
compliment.
love you, but you're a jerk.
It had to do with
Bless
Kevin's
your heart.
side
Oh, yeah.
eye.
Now, bless your heart's
Okay.
a whole different category.
Bless your heart. But
Bless your heart basically translate. If you're new to Texas, bless your
Like
heart
you
translate.
big dummy.
You blanking moron.
Yeah, Kevin. Well, he does a
Yeah.
side eye thing, and the side eye got you in trouble.
Oh.
Oh,
Yesterday.
it was supposed to be like that. That was part of the bit.
Oh.
Kevin, next time you have a telemarketer on the phone and you want to call him a big dummy, the big dummy, you got to say, bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart. Look at you, you big dummy. You didn't even get my name right.
I don't know
Dummy.
when you say dummy.
You big dummy. I like you're all self with the dummy. Listen here, you big dummy. Okay, I'm not gonna pay you this because you're dummy. And then bless your heart, dummy. I don't
Bless
know.
your
Anyway,
heart.
coming up next, I've got chances for you to go to the Auto and Boat Show happening at the end of the month. Yes, 6 o'clockers. You're gonna get a nice little prize. Also, I feel like network television might be just like in a room and they're just throwing darts at the wall. Whenever it lands on, they go, "We're gonna make a show about this." There's a new game show coming to television, and I feel like they've just given up now with this idea. We're just
It's not
gonna
a retread of something old, right? Or is it a
No.
brand new?
But we
New
went
concept.
to a kindergarten class, and we let them be our board meeting, and here's the game show.
I saw one. They're doing it on an island. There's
Sounds
one game show
exciting.
on an island.
Okay.
Oh, I saw that one.
Deal or no deal.
Yes.
I'm like, who the hell? What the
I
hell?
saw the beginning of it, and I thought I was watching Survivor. I go,
Wait, they brought
this
back
is-
Deal or No Deal?
Yeah, remember Rob?
On an
What's his
island.
name? remember Rob and Amber from Survivor?
Isn't
Rob and
Aquaman
Amber?
the host, or am I dreaming?
No.
Wait,
it's,
Jason Momoa?
It's from Magic Mike. Sofia Vergara was married to him. Joe.
Oh,
Manganiello.
Joe Manganiello.
Manganiello.
Yeah.
The guy Rob who married Amber from Survivor when Survivor was so hot, still everyone was in love with their little love story. Rob and Amber got married.
Boston Rob.
Boston Rob. He's a
Okay.
contestant. That's why I thought it was a Survivor spinoff. But it was Deal or No
You don't
Deal.
need Deal or No Deal on an island.
They dropped the suitcases from a helicopter into the island. You have to go find them.
Oh, my God.
Anyway,
I don't even know what's
boat
on
show
yet.
tickets are coming up next. Here's your official weather for today.
Okay, you know it's Houston, Texas. We had this horrible freeze just like a day and a half ago.
Now you're sweating.
It's going to be sunshine nearly 70
Hope
today.
Kevin has his truck fixed.
Yes, actually.
Yeah, you got your seatbelt opened up?
Once the sun hit the lock, it loosened it up, thawed it out, and Booster was able to put the extra key in there and turn it.
Oh, good.
Like a lot of people
So was
had
it Cricket's
suggested.
fault?
It was definitely Cricket's fault. Bless her heart. You know, bless her heart.
Bless her heart.
You dummy.
Dummy,
Listen here, you dummy, bless
Yo,
your heart.
I didn't get my water back on inside my house until like 6 last night.
I got to go to the
Pipes for
rental.
that for
I got to
Does
go
that
to my
mean Sam
rental
can
and fix
turn
the
on
water.
her water now?
We turned it on yesterday at 3.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
She's like,
Nice.
yes.
You can shower
Yeah,
now.
did lots
Wash
of
dishes.
laundry and dishes, lots of bottles.
Yeah.
But it's definitely warming up. It's drizzling out there right now. 46 degrees and 610 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I'm proud to introduce
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRVE.
All right, I'm going to come right out of the box here for you 6 o'clockers and give you a shot to go to the Auto and Boat Show, the Houston Auto and Boat Show. It is taking place January 24th through January 28th at NRG Center. And it's a chance to win 4 tickets to the show. If you are caller 10, Special K is going to scoot on over and answer your phone calls in a variety of voices so that he can. Hello, you're caller 9. Bless your heart.
Hope it's not the one that's always nervous.
Caller 10, 713-390-KRBE Auto and Boat Show tickets for you. Also reminding you that Rodeo Houston tickets are going on sale today at 10 a.m. First 10 shows are going on sale at 10 a.m. at rodeohouston.com. And then the next 10 shows, I believe at 3 p.m. I got to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's how they roll. They're breaking it up into 10 shows and 10 shows. 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. So Rodeo Houston tickets on sale today, too.
Yeah, I got all the details coming up in the news how you can get those tickets.
Is it rodeohouston.com?
Yeah, but there's special access codes. There's a few little tricks you can use, I'll tell you about.
Well, tell us now, because the 623ers are probably not going to be around for the 655ers.
Yeah, we'd like to
because we got the nurses in the shift change.
I'd like to think you stay around all day, but we know you got stuff to do.
Okay, so you need an AXS account to purchase them. Like you said, they're sold in 2 waves, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. The waiting room will open 30 minutes before tickets go on sale. If you're in the waiting room, as soon as the ticket sales open, you're going to be randomly picked. So it's not first come, first serve. It's all the people in the waiting room. They'll do a random drawing, and that's how you can get your tickets. And there is a limit. You can only get 10 tickets per order. This cuts down on scalping.
Okay, well, we hope so anyway. We hope so.
But usually the scalpers will have 20 employees all buying 10 tickets apiece.
Right.
Why is it called scalping? Is that
I don't
a PC
know.
word now, or is that
I don't know.
Nobody has gone after that word yet, but they still use
We can call it gouging.
Yeah.
Like gouging. It's like gouge your eye out. Gouge your
Yeah, we could be ahead of the curve. We'll
Well, I don't know what the
change
word
it.
would
I don't
be.
even know what that means. I
Like
don't think
Twitter, if I say I was reading on X, you guys are like, are you on a drug? Are you watching porn? No, I mean, it's Twitter. It's
Twitter
called
X.
X now. It's still, I feel like...
you guys
Yeah.
just say Twitter X.
I know.
X Twitter.
I feel
It's
like
the
branding-
dumbest thing on earth, changing the name of something that's been established for 15 years.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
It would be like if, Friends ran for, 11 years? Last season, we're going to change the name to Buddies.
Yeah. Okay, so
Acquaintances.
we know that over the years we've been very frustrated with the suits in boardrooms that make decisions for programming some of your favorite TV shows. I don't know if you're a longtime listener of the Roula and Ryan show. Ryan couldn't get over the fact that Dirty Sexy Money got canceled for 7 years.
Oh, yeah. That was like, my God.
That show was so good. Where
Was
is
that
it?
was that 20 years
It
ago?
was an ABC show. I think it was 2009 or something.
No, 4.
Was it 4?
Nah. It was a
4?
great show.
Was it 6 or...
I don't know. Somewhere
Well, what
in the
had
middle. Somewhere
happened-
between us starting out here
I couldn't remember.
or being at
What's
the other
it?
place.
What's it called? I'll look
Dirty
it up.
It was called
Sexy Money.
Dirty Sexy Money on ABC.
It really was like a precursor. You love Succession, and it was
That was great. I
It was
loved it.
kind of like that.
they didn't
and then
finish
So it was a drama series.
it
Yes.
was, and then they had
2007 to 2009.
okay, so they
There's
had a
3
writer's
seasons.
strike, and that basically
Ended
killed
the
the
show.
momentum of the show.
And and before streaming, ratings had fallen, and the networks give you basically 3 episodes to show what you got, or they didn't pull you out of the race. So anyway, I mean, I'm just saying, there are a lot of shows that we've been frustrated that, we don't understand how Hollywood is thinking, and sometimes, the Geico Cavemen series on ABC.
They had
It was a
canceled
real
George
series,
Lopez.
Sam. The Geico Cavemen, that shtick
that
they
on.
do.
It's back
They're
now.
bringing it back now. The guy is like, oh, I had this dream. Their actual guy, they made an ABC series, like a pilot sitcom about the Geico Cavemen. Total waste of time.
Yeah.
Everyone's knew it was going to fail. Anyway, so here's the kindergarten room. Chuck E. Cheese is a very popular kids' birthday place. And a game show about Chuck E. Cheese is in the works. Now, it could sound fun. But just from the title of it, like a Chuck E. Cheese game show, did y'all run out of ideas?
You have to go up in that top thing, that little maze, and then you come out, and then they put that light on you and see how many germs you have. The one with the less germs wins.
That thing is a menace.
you're right.
I remember having my daughter when she was 3 getting stuck up in that
That's the
thing.
worst thing, it's
and I
stuck.
had to climb up that
I
thing.
don't know what you're talking about. They don't have that anymore. What are you talking about?
Back in the day.
Well, they did then.
10 years ago and 15
This is
years.
almost
Hey, but what is it?
20. This is 20 years.
It's like it was above the...
It was like a maze
the
of
ball
tubes.
pit was at the bottom, and above it was tubes.
Okay.
Kids could just go around in the maze, but
Oh, okay.
And I just remember hearing my daughter crying, "I'm stuck, Daddy!" And I had to somehow sandwich my body through this system
sometimes
of tubes
bullies
and
were in
get
there.
her.
Kids are some boys are a little more aggressive.
Did you hear that they did away with all the animatronics there? They've removed them
they
all.
turn them to the last birthday party I went to. It's like a screen, and it's all the characters on this big screen, and they
That's
only
no
had
fun.
they only have like
Yeah, you
two
wanna see
things
that.
that are live.
So they
like,
don't have the stage anymore?
No, those
it's the
animatronic
stage.
Muppets are gone.
It's the stage, but it's empty, and kids can dance party up there.
Got it.
And then there's like a big screen.
Be holograms now.
You'll see for Santiago's
Hologram would
birthday.
be cool.
I'm going to go eat there for his birthday.
Okay, so the premise of the Chuck E. Cheese game show is where big kids, adults, compete in supersized arcade games like pinball, air hockey, and the human claw.
Yeah, I bet they strap you in,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
then
You gotta
I
rescue?
control the levers, and
Yeah.
then Sam's like strapped in, and she has to try and pick up stuff.
And then like Squid Game, you get shot if you don't get anything. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's on the verge of Double Dare.
It's still very
Double Dare,
pretty
Double Dare.
early in the works. There's not a network yet or a premiere date, but it's the same people who are doing Nailed It and Top Chef that had the idea to release the Chuck E. Cheese game show. We'll see how that works.
I like Showbiz
out.
Pizza. That was better.
Showbiz was fun because they served alcohol.
Well, I was 7, so
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know
But what
that,
was the
Ryan.
difference? We had both, but I don't remember the difference
I don't know
between the
what
two.
that
Did
is.
Showbiz have
they're-
animatronics too?
Yeah,
Yes, they
gorilla.
did.
They
Oh, for
did.
sure. I remember
They
the
did.
gorilla
They
at
had
the
a gorilla as
drums
their
and like
mascot.
all these different animals were the band.
Which made more sense because I don't want to eat somewhere where the rat is
Yeah.
the main.
Yeah, wow. Let's go get
And
pizza
actually-
at a rodent place.
And
no,
Kevin,
cheese.
to your
Rat likes
to your
cheese.
question, yeah, cheese pizza. To your question, I think that maybe was Chuck E. Cheese not everywhere because I never went to a Chuck E. Cheese as a child. I only went to Showbiz Pizza, and it was one at Westland and Bissonnette.
I think Showbiz maybe came out first.
Maybe that was it.
I went to Chuck E. Cheese before I ever discovered. I
only had
remember
Showbiz,
being
like,
a
in
kid
Illinois.
in 1980, and we went to Chuck E. Cheese off Highway 6, like over by Willowbrook. So yeah, they've been around for a long time.
What,
I think they
Eric-
competed though, and I think Chucky.
Yeah,
then
over
bought
Chuck
it.
E. won the battle.
That's why the gorilla was in the.
They used to have a Showbiz Pizza on
drums.
Memorial and Dairy Ashford, right in there.
Eric, right there, because that's more like your hood area. You know where Bearings is at Bissonnette, Westland, and Michaels and
Where
Specs.
the Chuck E. Cheese used to be.
Okay, if you're looking at if you're coming out of Bearings and you're looking across the parking lot, what is in that other strip
Torchy's.
center? Is it Torchy's?
Hair salon.
Okay. The one that's closer to Bearings on that
Skeeters.
strip. That's where Showbiz Pizza was.
Yeah, that's over there. Yeah, kind of.
So that's that's where I grew up going to
Oh
Showbiz
yeah, we used
Pizza.
to get it at Skeeters.
But now that ended up being Chuck E. Cheese. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think Mumbles worked there once in a while.
Okay. I know
He hated
was.
he was Chucky. He hated it.
Now not too much because he couldn't fit.
Yeah, that's
in
true.
your
He did
outfit.
say that. Let me throw this your way. It hasn't aired yet, but Jimmy Fallon did another one of those Subway concerts, but you don't know it was Jimmy Fallon and a famous band. On Tuesday night in New York City, people who were catching the subway were like, oh, okay, some panhandlers who were singing, but they sound really good. It was Green Day and Jimmy
Oh,
Fallon.
cool.
Oh,
And
that's funny.
They did a surprise 6-song set at the Rockefeller Center subway station. They've
so
taped it
crowded.
for tonight's show starring Jimmy Fallon. They came out in wigs, fake mustaches, sunglasses, and they played Basket Case. They did a cover of Kiss, Rock and Roll All Night. They did American Idiot. Let's see what else. They have
It's
a new
dangerous
album
though
coming
because
out.
I mean, if you see the photo, it's so packed, and like one person gets knocked off, and then I know it's a
On the
surprise, but I'm
platform.
sure they
Yeah.
planned this for 2 months.
Didn't
yeah,
he
of
do it
course.
in the past with you too?
Yep.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
done with a
U2.
lot of people.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
He's had some big names down
So
there.
we'll see that one
thing.
materialize. Okay, years ago, Chrissy Teigen made a point to say, it's fine that my name is Chrissy Teigen to the world now that I'm well known, but that's not actually how you say my name. And her mom was like, yeah, it's Teigen, guys, but there's no going back. Everyone calls her Teigen. Her name is Chrissy Teigen. There is another celebrity, I guess we've been saying the name wrong, but wouldn't it be interesting? I would think that these two very famous people in the moment would talk about this on their podcast. So is this true or not? Listen to this audio from the game from Dolphins and Chiefs. One of the Dolphins players is saying, we're saying Travis Kelce's name wrong. Here we go.
So y'all know it's not even Travis Kelce. It's not even Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce. Yeah, bro. Crazy, right?
I think it was a Chiefs player. wasn't
Travis Kelce.
Was it a Chiefs player or was
I
it a
thought he was on the
Dolphin?
bench over there.
Okay.
Because
Let me.
he knows him.
Oh, all
He is
right.
silent.
But so why wouldn't they
Kels.
say that? Why wouldn't they say it's Kels if it's Kels?
Because it's like me, you just give up. You don't care anymore. You're like,
But,
Yeah, you
but
were-
when they start
what
doing their
is it?
podcast, that could have been an entire New Heights episode, like a
Yeah.
random tangent.
But
Like, hey
everyone knows
man,
it's Kelsey.
Jason, should we talk about how everyone says our name wrong? Yeah, I know everyone says our name wrong.
you're not going to change it.
As long as they're talking about you. Look, people call
Hey, those Taylor
Porsche.
Swifties
They
are
call
new.
it Porsche. It's Porsche.
Eric, there are a lot of new Travis Kelce fans because of Taylor Swift, and all those girls would have been right out of the box just saying Kels.
Yeah. Absolutely.
would have
I think
changed-
if
that
they
would turn the
addressed
tide.
it, I think so.
Yeah, but-
I feel like this isn't accurate. Because why have they never mentioned it?
Right.
Well, why is he going to? The announcers don't know. If nobody, if Tony Romo and them, they just see Kelsey and they think it's Kelsey. That's a habit. You're used to saying that. You're not going to change it.
I don't know, man.
You give up.
I think once they started doing their podcast, they could have totally talked about this, and they should do this in their podcast.
At least give us an update. Is it
Be like,
true
is this
or
true
false?
story or not?
Right.
Is it Kels or is it Kelsey? Because you had the entire Super Bowl last year where the Chiefs played the Eagles, and they did the whole thing with Donna Kelsey. Her boys have, are both playing against each other, and then the whole Jason Kelsey Amazon Prime documentary, and all these opportunities to at least mention.
Like he doesn't need the E on it.
You're saying,
Take the E off.
Someone just texted. There's a New Heights podcast episode with their dad that explains the mispronunciation of their name.
Oh, really?
Oh,
So maybe it is.
See? I'm telling you, my whole name, I gave up. I just go
Is
by
it
Ro.
Row? Is it Row?
It's Rao, but I just go by Ro now.
So when you were
My
a
kids are
child,
Row.
and the teacher's calling attendance, did she say Eric Row?
Yeah, but that's because there was like 6 of us in the school.
So they knew.
It's one of those kids
People
where
always put an S on my last name. Like it was always Givens. It's not. It's just Given. Given.
Because it sounds.
well,
I don't know why that always made me so mad, but I can understand. And they're like legit messing up
And
your
just
name.
give
They're
up.
just adding an S on
you
mine.
have to stick to your guns, Eric, and not give up. Because
Yeah,
if that was
Eric.
the case, then my name would be Rolla. My name would be
What's your
Rolla or
first
it'd be
name, though?
Roula.
Last name, how often do you say the last name?
You should own your last name. That's
Like,
what
we
you
could
got.
go-
Your name is all you've
We
got.
could give away
in
$10,000
your life.
at
It's your name.
8 o'clock and say, what's Eric's last name? And nobody would, maybe 2 people would know it.
Because you don't go on the air of your
Exactly.
full name.
So
None
then
of
why
us
would
go
I
on the air
care?
with our full names, like as a regular thing.
No.
If you listen to our show long enough, you might know 3 or 4 of our last names. I mean, if hardcore listeners of the Roula and Ryan Show would know my last name first, because I talk about Christie's a lot, and that's my last name.
They
And
don't know your real.
what do you mean?
I mean, you're
Married.
My married
name.
I can't even say your marriage name.
Yeah.
I know.
I know.
It's long. Katsopoulos. Jesse Katsopoulos. But I think that you should have stuck to your guns, Eric Rao.
Nah. It would have sounded better if I kept
Row.
it, if I was called Row.
Row.
Back
Does
in the
your
day.
wife-
It'd be the Roula,
does your wife
Ryan and
just
Row
go-
show. How cool would that have been?
Row.
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 I'm an idiot.
Triple R. The triple R's. I just feel like you should have stuck to your guns more. Make your daughters stick to their guns. It's Rao.
Like Rob Lowe.
Is it
They think-
Lao?
it's not Lao. It's Low.
Yeah,
Why
but then
would I-
laughter and
why would I put
daughter.
an E? I'm lazy.
It's laughter and daughter, not laughter and dafter, not
Ruh-roh.
laughter and daughter. So this is how it happens.
But you just
That's
give
how it
up. and
happens.
I'm sure Travis and them gave
Hey,
up.
they're talking about you. That's all that
Gronk.
matters.
Gronkowski.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
His older brother was named Gronk. So he's like, I'd never want to be called Gronk. And they just called me that in NFL.
Gronk.
And
It sounds like
and then
a
now I'm known by Gronk.
sounds like a
my
classic
name.
monster
Yeah,
name.
Here's
Yeah.
what.
Oh my God! Look out! It's Gronk.
Gronk. Eric, somebody texted that the Kels brothers have talked about their last name, and they say that it's both ways. Like the way you say it's both ways. Now, what I don't know the answer is, did they just give up like Eric Rao?
Yeah, I think I read that they gave up.
That makes
Especially
sense.
just like my hometown. They all know me as Row here, Row. Mm-hmm.
Or just Eric?
Row.
Yeah, Row. Not Panther. I tried.
Hey, can we play coming up? Can we play? I have 2 listener line calls. 2 members of the show get really punished, spanked hard on the listener line. One gets praise.
And we could play the sound
The secret
Yes.
sound.
just so you can hear it. So
Secret sound for money today. We'll explain how can you win your money today, starting at 7 o'clock in the 7 to 7 window. You'll get all those details next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE. Back to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a listener line at 713-278-VENT. I encourage a lot of people to just put that in their contacts on their phone so that anytime when you're listening to our show, you can. Is that your contribution?
No, I'm just waiting. I'm jonesing.
If you have something to say, or you thought of something, or you want to ask us a question, you want to comment on something you heard later on in the day because you podcast the show, you can go to the listener line and leave the comments there at 713-278-VENT. That's 8368. We get some love calls like, oh my God, I love you guys so much. Like the girl that moved away and it's been 5 years and she looked up our radio station online and she was listening to hours and hours and hours of podcasts. It was like a little piece of home for her. She felt so warm and fuzzy inside.
I don't think we
because
get.
of that.
I don't think we get like hate calls. People don't
No.
take the time, but you get like scolding calls. People that love us,
They're
they just
so vested.
they want to,
What you said
Slap
was
the
a bunch
back
of
of
gobbledygook.
slap the back of your wrist.
How about he goes?
Gobbledygook was yesterday's
At
word.
this time, yeah. Gobbledygook.
Gobbledygook. So yesterday we were doing the rapid fire quiz. Sam, you unfortunately got a question. Who was president 10 years ago? You passed on the question.
Oh.
Before we get into that,
God
Ryan,
forbid Sam doesn't answer a question the way you want it answered.
Should we stretch it out a little longer? Because we said we're going to play the secret sound.
I should.
Oh, you want to do that?
The secret sound starts today, 7 to 7. Yes.
Or maybe I don't want to.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to be mean to me, I'm not going to play.
I'm not being
that
mean.
one person versus millions of others. But the secret sound is the contest we kick off today at 7 o'clock. And it's not right at 7 o'clock we're going to play the contest. We're just going to be in the window of the contest. 5 times a day, we will ask for caller 104. When we get the person on the phone, we will play the secret sound over the phone. If that person can identify what that sound is, they'll win $104. If caller 104 does not identify it, then we're going to add $104 and play it again at a later time. We'll do that 5 times. So let's just say all 5 times today, those 5 people do not identify the song. It's 104 plus 104 plus 100. It's 104 times 5 is what the pot is going to be worth.
Yep.
And then we just keep going again.
But we can play the sound. And remember, even we can play the sound all morning long, but you got to wait till
we actually solicit and say, hey, be caller 104.
But you can take notes, listen to it, and try and
decipher
what you think it is.
Here's the secret sound. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you think you know it, you want to guess on it, wait till we tell you to call us. And again, our number is, you should probably put that in your phone too, because people freak out. They're like, oh my God, wait, what's the phone number? Oh my God, I forgot all the time. I heard this song. Oh my God. So in your contacts with listener line, you're also going to put the request line. That is your direct connection to the Roula and Ryan Show studio.
To become a VIP insider, that's the key.
Yep.
Right, 713-390-KRBE. If you go to KRBE.com, become an insider, we email you the times we're going to play the secret sound.
Good luck.
Let's get to the secret call.
Okay.
Not so secret.
So here we go. This is based on your rapid fire performance yesterday, Sam. This is the woman that calls Eric the man baby, by
She always
the way.
attacks me about this stuff, but
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Hey guys, I'm so sick of Sam's willful, deliberate ignorance when it comes to history. I'm sorry, but no. Sam, you didn't know who our country's president was 10 years ago? Girl, that's during your lifetime. You were old enough to vote in that election, either for him or for his opponent. And you didn't know that? What struck me was you didn't even try to answer. My guess is you didn't even vote, which fine, that's your right, but you don't have to vote for the president to know who he is. And I'm also concerned that Eric and them asked you, did you know who the current president and vice president were? And you didn't know. Come on, girl. You got to do better than that. I mean, it's one thing, some of us remember the whole Pearl Harbor fiasco. It's not lost on me that you've been to the same Hawaiian island 3 times where Pearl Harbor is located, but apparently you've never seen fit to visit that memorial and, educate yourself about it, which I have, but we are now talking about history that's going on during your lifetime. You were old enough to vote for the president, so I'm guessing not only do you not vote, if I had to guess, if I had to bet money, you're probably not even registered to vote. Again, that's fine. That is your right. I feel bad for the listeners who get you as their person to girl. So you can't be bothered to learn about history that happened 80 years ago or whatever, or even something that happened, like during your lifetime about a decade ago. It's sad. It's really sad. By the way, it is an election year. We're going to be voting on, a president later this year, whether you choose to participate in that or not. I just thought, FYI, you might want to know in case you're inclined to, take part and exercise your democratic right to vote or whatnot. I mean, it's just, I'm sorry. I'm just flabbergasted. Come on. Do better, Sam. I wish I had the Game of Thrones Shane Bell. I would ring it for you right now.
Oh, man.
Someone else, not me, getting attacked.
Okay, listen.
Let that one go on and on.
Let me tell you something about the rapid fire
were
quiz.
editing that one down.
Let me back you up there for a second.
Well, that was edited down. It went on even longer.
Oh, Lordy.
In the rapid fire quiz, we have all been stuck on something that is so obvious to know.
Oh, yeah.
But you are in the 2 to 3 second window of crisis in your brain of I better say something or I'm not going to get this point.
It's not easy.
And then you just blank and you're like, no, I don't know. We've all
on the
done
spot
it in some way.
There's so many other things that are much easier than that we've all blanked on the spot.
Because a question like who was the president 10 years ago requires you to do math and also think and scramble.
In 2 seconds.
Biden, Trump, Obama, Bush. You got 4 people, and in your head, you're like, wait, did he say 10 years? Did he say 20 years? Did he say 15 years? What's the math on that? I'm just going to say that for you, Sam, because I know that it's a scrambling time to be in the hot seat for the rapid fire. And I also can see how this woman is very mad that you should have just automatically known 10 years ago. 10 years ago was 2014. Who was the president? But even I would have paused at that, like, wait a second, was Obama? No, wait, was it Bush yet? I mean, Bush was already gone, right? It was Obama.
Trump? Which was it? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was Obama? Or maybe it was, it was Obama.
Yeah, you get 2 seconds.
But if I had said, is it Bush Obama? I would not have gotten the point.
Right. Absolutely. Well, thank you for calling and explaining your frustration. And
going on and on.
And going
You've
on
been to
and
Hawaii
on.
3 times, Sam?
I have not been to Hawaii 3 times, so that was interesting that she got that fact. And just because I don't
post, she listens a lot.
Just because I don't post what I was doing in Hawaii doesn't mean that I didn't.
I might
go
think it's just because you go somewhere doesn't mean I have to go see history stuff.
Yeah, but that's fine. Thank you for your.
I go to the beaches, like Bahamas.
Message.
I'm going to the beaches.
I really.
Well, if I do go to
appreciated
Hawaii,
it.
though, I would go to that because I'm pretty into that. Like,
But you're into history.
Yeah, I'm into
Right.
That's just one of the islands, though. not everyone goes to that particular island.
You know, Kevin, true story. Here's a little admission. I am scared of Hawaii. I feel like it's a lot going on over there. It's a long flight. If I'm going to be on a plane for that long, I might as well go see Greece because that's where my family lives. It's like I hit 2 birds with 1 stone.
See fam.
You got to see family, see some great beaches there. Hawaii just confuses me, and because of that, like Eric's last name, I just give up and say I'm not going to go there.
I'd like to go there for a few days and go
I
to
would love
Japan.
to go there, but I just haven't.
Yeah, I'd love
organized. Because you say, the Big Island? I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been there. How many islands are there?
Kevin, we'll have to get to you later. That's why he wanted to facilitate this discussion, so we'd run out of time.
Sit over
Ryan Show
here.
on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
It's brought to you by Duncan because we really need to talk about this story. Houston ISD Superintendent Mike Miles said he is not sure if it was the best decision to cancel classes for students during Tuesday's freeze.
No.
Man, this guy's just adding a lot of
let's just play the
more
audio.
things to make people really like him.
Let's just play the audio. Yeah. Despite the fact that the mayor's office, the Houston Police Department, the fire department, every agency urged people to stay off the roads because there was ice and other hazardous roadway conditions. Let's see. There was 300 traffic hazard calls, 83 reports of ice.
You sound like the lady.
I believe that in this country, we in our profession, we have closed too often. There were kids yesterday who did not eat a hot meal. There were kids yesterday left alone by themselves at home. There were kids yesterday babysitting siblings when they were young themselves.
So that's your excuse? So what if something would have happened to one of their siblings?
What would have happened if a bus slid off the road and killed everybody?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
He's not thinking.
I almost feel like he's trying to get people to troll him.
Yeah.
Is he saying things to
He doesn't
just
care. He's got
anger people?
Well, he's got a nice
Contract
big
that-
paycheck guaranteed.
Yeah,
HISD students did return to school on Wednesday, and a lot of them sat in cold classrooms because multiple schools reported not having heat and water. HISD officials also confirmed that multiple schools had busted pipes.
If you have
Oh,
no
no.
water, how are you allowed to be in the school?
That's my
why they had to
question.
go home.
You flush
Yeah,
the toilet or
So when they got there was water and then it shut off?
I don't know that part.
Because if there was no water, why would they even call
If you
them
had a
to the
busted
school?
pipe, then you got no water.
But a lot of them had heat, no heat.
That's really bad. No heat, and you're asking these kids to go to school.
Like where I went to high school, we had no air conditioning because up north.
Right? Yeah, up north, that's normal.
So those first 5 weeks of school, if it's a scorcher in August,
It's always really hot.
Like,
You have like
oh.
the fans.
Oh, by the
you know,
way,
fans, that's just a bunch of air, a bunch of kids going through puberty and not showering,
smell.
and a fan blowing on you. Oh.
In
musky.
2024,
God, I
can't they
hated school.
update schools across America in cities that, quote, don't have air conditioning from the old days to having air conditioning in 2024?
We don't even have money to help teachers out to
Yeah.
or give them a good salary. How are they going to do
Shameful.
that?
Give
All
them
right,
fans.
that's what's going down in H-Town. You know what's coming up next.
I don't know what that is. Is it tulips? Is it daisies?
Rosés?
No, it's rosés, not the wine. Roses, Roula and Ryan's Roses. This is where you come to us to help you find out if you're dating a cheater or not. Let's find out what we get next on KRBE.